Hi everyone, this is Maria Almanzar. This is Maripa Social Media, and of course, by now everybody should know, and if you don't know, Mr. Stan Lee has passed away at the age of 95 years old. Let's give a little bit of, some little bit of background story on Mr. Stan Lee. He, of course, was a comic book creator of the characters that he co-created with Jack Kirby. And to name a few of his famous movies was Incredible Hulk, Fantastic Four, and Spider-Man. He was married to his beautiful wife of almost 70 years, Miss Joan Bocock, and of course she lost her battle to cancer last year of 2017. Mr. Stan Lee was born in 1922, born in the era of the Depression, comes from a Jewish family, and he was very much, let's just say, a dreamer of comic books, and he was very much encouraged to make those characters from the comic books come to life and make them like human. And so that all began, and he made 26 appearances, cameo appearances, on the movie that he created. Also, Mr. Stan Lee served in the Army, U.S. Army, in 1942. Afterwards, met his wife, and of course they met in New York City, and then afterwards got married. There's, of course, he is survived by 2 children, and Mr. Stan Lee, of course, has left, a legend and a legacy behind. He had many fans, and a lot of his fans were crazy about his movies. I am one of them. The good thing about Mr. Stan Lee is that even though he did create these characters to come to life and to make them almost, like human-like, which was very much, people could, in somewhat relate to many of the things that were happening in the real world, and he incorporated that, of course, in the movies, and how he did it, and how he made it so that people can understand and see that many of the issues in the world, there always will be a hero, is what I'm saying. So Mr. Stan Lee will be very sorely missed, and he, of course, will never be forgotten. May you rest in peace, Mr. Stan Lee. And I don't think there's anyone that can replace him ever, because he was a legend and an icon. So rest in peace, Mr. Stan Lee.